Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing, kind of. We have a little bit of a different video in store for you today. This is a video along the lines, at least, of something that I have wanted to do for a very long time. And this little gem that we have in the bubble wrap here has been on my radar for some time now, so I'm very excited to open it. Essentially, what we're going to be looking at today is a fake Master Stars piece Super Vegito. Now, on eBay, I have talked about endlessly that fake figures run rampant on that website, and it just so happens that this is a fake figure. Why did I buy it then? Well, a couple of reasons. One, A, for the sake of the video. B, I wanted to see the quality of a fake figure for a very long time. I might actually get another one in the future. And this one cost me total about $17.99, I believe. We're gonna start unwrapping him here. This is what he came in, by the way. There is no box for this. It's literally just this bubble wrap. I haven't taken it out. Literally, it's just been sitting here in this bubble wrap. I can kind of see through, so I know that it's Vegito, right? But I can't really see all the details here. But this is all it came in the, I think it was even like just a brown bag. But the reason why we're going to be taking a look at this guy is because, well, A, again, the whole fake figure thing, and B, I have wanted this figure for a while, and unfortunately I don't have him, and well, that's partially because of the price. He's expensive. Really, really expensive. So I wanted to see if the fake could stack up and satisfy my tastes for the real figure, and if not, hey, you know, it's just another goofy bootleg to add to the collection. I do have one Master Stars piece figure. It was actually the Super Saiyan 4 video that I recorded a while ago and I put up on the channel recently. So we will be comparing them to that. But here is the figure. So this is really interesting. Right off the bat, it doesn't look too bad. I will say I do see one thing that's already kind of scaring me. But what you'll notice is that this figure comes in Bam Presto style packaging, right? Where the figure is in this bag in different pieces. What's so funny about that is that there are two versions of this figure. One that comes in like a full-sized box, just like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and one that does come in a box. Before Master Stars piece started doing the clear window boxes, right? They had actual regular figure boxes like more traditional figures. This looks super beat up though.
That wasn't funny.
This quality of the plastic, I think I've only felt on like one official figure before. So the quality is definitely not there. Oh yeah, that rips. Whoo, baby. That rips so much easier than normal figure does. Look at how pink. Oh. Alright, well, we already have our first imperfection. Yikes, I don't know if we can actually take that off. Wow. Okay. Again, this is a bootleg, so keep in mind there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going on here today. That we're going to take a look at in a second. And oh boy, Vegito's head. I guess we'll start with that. So, the overall sculpt of the head, where did the hole go? There it is. The overall sculpt of the head doesn't look too bad. Again, I assume that they just took this from the mold of Super Vegito, but yikes, bro. Now, I will tell you, I should have expected this. I kind of didn't. The paint feels really sticky compared to a normal figure. Why is it orange? Why is the Batara earring orange? It looks like a, or it almost looks brown like a nut or something. Like, that's so weird. The picture of the listing did not have the figure look like this. It looked like this, right? So clearly, you know, some bootleggery shenanigans going here. Now, I will say, this isn't the most awful looking figure I've seen. Maybe not to this extent, but I've seen some Ichiban Kuji figures kind of look like this. One of the newer... Wait, I just realized. What is this? Did his other earring break off? It did. This is another, like little walnut thing. Oh my gosh. Well, this is that fake figure quality I was in for, bro. Yeah, look, it broke off right there. I didn't even notice. It looks like it's hollow inside too. That's really weird. Wow. Okay, that's awful. I will be a little bit more careful with the Batara earring. It is weird that they chose like this mustard yellow color for this. Kind of an odd choice for a hair color. Again, bootleg, so it kind of makes sense, but let's take a look at the rest of the figure. Pants don't look terrible. The weird like black lines here are kind of off-putting. There's a little bit of well, a little bit is kind of an understatement. You can see there's a little bit of a paint splotch there, and obviously the paint doesn't line up. And the paint quality too just looks like a little bit cheaper than an actual Master Stars piece figure. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because Master Star piece figures are really expensive. This is really smooth though compared to a normal figure. It's kind of interesting. It's an interesting sort of vibe. By the way, there is no foot piece provided with this. I believe the original Vegito does have one. This doesn't look awful either. I will say, again, the lines look a little bit weird. They're even kind of like green here. The color of the blue doesn't look bad, but the orange looks a little bit weird. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely not like Vegito's color of orange. You know what I mean? It's not his usual color palette. He also looks like, I don't know, like he hasn't gone out, or maybe he has a sunburn, I guess. Also, that kind of looks like there's water in there, but that's just like some weird paint. It kind of looks like he's like red, like sunburn, like he's got like a little bit of a farmer tan going on. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't look bad though. I do like that they even got that detail. Let's put it together and see how it looks, I suppose. Kind of interesting too that they have this little peg, and then there's a little slot for it there. That's pretty nice. What I will probably do with this figure, because obviously it isn't worthy to be displayed on the shelf next to the rest of the figures, what I will probably end up doing for this man is I will get someone to repaint him, possibly. I have a couple of friends who I think would be more than willing to do a paint job on this for me. So maybe I'll have them paint the figure and fix this monstrosity that we are looking at right here. And then make it look a little bit better. Yeah, the head doesn't really like...
Good night, child. It's past your bedtime.
Look... I don't know, it looks like a different size than what it's supposed to be. Maybe that's just me, though. Okay, so honestly, like from this side... Wow, actually from this side, that doesn't look that bad. That's actually pretty cool. I might even display the figure like that, just with some of my taller figures, but... the back again, not looking too bad. He definitely looks like he has a farmer's tan. Bro, look at this. Like that pink sort of skin tone. He's definitely got that farmer's tan look. Even from this angle, it looks kind of eh. That one doesn't look too bad only because it's covering his eyes. But it's so weird too because he's like, it's almost like he's staring directly forward. I'm gonna be honest. This is not the worst bootleg figure that I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best by any means, but I mean, if you're looking for a different variation, I guess I should say a cheaper variation of the Master Stars piece Vegito, it's not terrible. I would not recommend this, obviously. I'm sure too that the paint that they use isn't the best as well. Only time will tell how this guy kind of stands up to, you know, quality assurance checks. I mean, we already had this break off, so I'm not too sure how that's going to go. I do want to show you though. Unfortunately, again, I don't have the original Vegito, but the Master Stars piece figure that I do have is the beautiful Manga Dimensions Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, one thing you gotta realize about Master Stars piece is this size difference is not the fault of the bootleg. This size difference is just what they decided to do with Master Stars piece figures. The first, I guess, like wave, I guess you would consider it, was like this tall, and then they started making them this tall, right? So that's not really a bootleg thing, that's just, you know, how they decided to go about the line. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the original, but you can see some clear quality differences on these, right? I mean, besides obviously the fact that the paint is a little bit different because this is a Master Stars, or a Master Stars piece figure, a Manga Dimensions figure, right? you can just kind of see that the paint application, this paint is a lot more smooth here. It has a lot more reflective light, and this one is a lot more matte, right? Again, the sculpting in the figure is a lot more noticeable, and there's a lot more like detail in here, especially in the detail on the Saiyan fur, right? Even looking at it far away, you can see that it looks like fur rather than just like a matte sort of cheap toy. And if we look at it up close here, you can see that there is a lot of detail in his body, whereas with our boy Vegito here, yikes. Yeah, there's not a lot of detail in that body. It is very, very matte. This feels more like a, almost like a cheaper PVC figure. I mean, it might actually be made out of PVC, I'm not sure. But when I mean PVC, I mean like hollow, like that almost feels like vinyl type of deal. But this was definitely an interesting experiment to take a look at. I like this Vegito, I'm gonna be honest. I like the base figure of it. The bootleg, it could be better. Again, it sort of looks like, I want to get a picture like side by side here. Let's take away Goku for a minute. I want to get a picture side by side of the regular Super Vegito and this one. So let's just paste like a figure of the normal one, or a picture of the normal one, like right here to compare. Definitely some noticeable differences. I think, again, the color is a big thing, and I mean, of course, the face as well too. Again, the color of the hair. And then the last thing I want to note before we get out of here today is there is a lot of like scratches and stuff. Like you can see, there's a little dent right there. There's a dent right there. Lots of imperfections on this figure. There's even a little dent in his face there. But again, it's not the worst bootleg. Here, wait, there you go. Bruh. That's really funny. Oh my gosh. That's great. That's great. It doesn't even like fit that tight on there. I will say though, they did do a good job with the top half. This looks better than some official figures when it comes to it looking like one piece. This looks really, really good on how it sits in there, which is kind of surprising since this piece obviously like comes off. And it is kind of weird to note too, the paint type looks completely different on the belt than it does the rest of the figure. I don't know, maybe this was from like something else, so they just had different paint lying around in the factory. I'm not sure, but that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely pick up some more bootleg figures in the future because I would love to take a look at some of them, especially ones that I actually have and can compare and contrast the exact minute details. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Having you two out. Peace.